I think we do Eve. We haven't played as Eve on this series yet. There's like 5 in Italy. All Isaac creators are having a tournament. Really? I don't know anything outside of like American and Russian Isaac. Because I used to watch a lot of There Is No Future. Oh, I have no Razor Blade. And I watch a bit of Neonami in my spare time. Because Neonami is just cracked. I think Future is probably the single best Isaac player on the earth. But Neonami is not far behind. And obviously, I don't have enough pull to get people like Cobalt Streak onto it. But he would be a good get for the US team. Hopefully. It would be cool to get Cobalt on because he's probably like the best US player. I'll dead bird this room. I can't get through. Break it. Oh my god, that was close to death right there. Forgot how underpowered Eve is with no Razor Blade. If you guys can link me good like EU Isaac players, that would be appreciated. Preferably English speaking, but they don't have to be English speaking. Just a preference for communications, obviously, throughout like Discord and stuff. It's a good bomb placement. This guy can kill me in a single hit. I should probably playing the game and not looking at chat too much. Fested. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Isaac is like really, really big in the US and Russia. That's what I've seen. It's also really good in like big in South America. So not necessarily a tournament, Andrew. I'm sure you know what it is. We've done this a couple times. It was actually twice in total. Every year I host a Binding of Isaac Nuzlocke, which is you play as characters, and if the character dies, that character is out for good. That whole deal. So this year we had a really cool idea a couple weeks ago where we would be doing teams this year. Where it's one person for every version of Isaac. So Flash, Rebirth, Afterbirth, Repentance. And one person would take each game, and you'd kind of face off head-to-head with the opposing team on that game. So if you get more completion marks on the American side than the Russian side, then America gains 1 point overall. And if you gain, and then at the end we tally everybody's points. It's out of 5, so you can't possibly tie. If somehow we did tie a game, we'd do like a deathmatch kind of deal. But I want to get... It's Nuzlocke Season 3, so I wanted to have 3 teams. I wanted to have a US team, an EU team, and a Russian team. And like a 15-man, almost like head-to-heads with other people. I think it'd be a really cool idea. And I think I'd probably end up playing Rebirth. I would assume. Maybe. It would depend on the teams that get drafted. I have seen his stuff. Yeah. So wait, you're Italian? I had no idea. I didn't know where you were from, but I mean, Turtle Melon Banana Resort, that's 2 people on that side of the globe. For Americans, I could do myself, and Real Guy's Canadian, I think. I know Matt's way too busy to do a Nuzlocke. I don't know who I would get on the Americans. I would try my best. I'll get Dan Giesling on there. But I think Russia, would take it. Because I think it's really balanced as... Well, it's not balanced. Because, Russia has a higher percentage of really, really skilled players. So they would probably take every game. But if I was facing off head-to-head with Neonami, he has way more Rebirth experience. So I would do a lot of practice. Because I would feel good if I win my match, at the very least. But... I'd like for all of the USA or North... I could just do North America and count Canada, I guess, but it would be nice to win for my side of it. But I'm getting really excited for it. I'm getting really, really excited for it. I think it'll be the best Nuzlocke so far, if it's that big of a community thing. I could go to the shop and buy a bomb, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I mean... Hopefully you wouldn't be drafted into the Rebirth spot if we get an EU team going, because it's a hard game to learn. Also, I guess another bit of information for the planning side of it is that To avoid everybody playing like 30 characters each in each game, every game only gets 4 characters. And it's because most updates only add almost exactly 4 characters besides Repentance. But for example, Rebirth gets to play through Azazel, Eden, The Lost, and I forget the final person they added. I might have just put Samson on there. But Flash gets Isaac, Maggie, whatever. Afterbirth, we're going to combine AB and AB Plus into one, and they would get Lilith, Forgotten, Keeper, and Apollyon. Oh, Lazarus, right. Thank you. And then what we would do for Repentance is we're going to do, obviously, Jacob and Esau and Bethany, and then have the 2 Repentance people, or the 3, whatever it may be. They're going to pick the same 2 tainted characters. It can be any tainted, but they're going to decide on 2. That way it's not just like tainted Bethany, tainted Jacob. More variety in there. But that's the kind of structural planning we've done so far. If you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, please, in Discord or whatever, link me prominent EU players, American players you'd like to see on the team as well, so I can start doing outreach here soon and get teams going. Because it's going to take a lot of coordination to get everybody lined up for this, but I think we'll be able to do it. Regardless. Perfect spacing. I could probably be fine with any version besides Flash. I'm very bad at Flash. I know a lot about each version. I think I probably have more Rebirth knowledge than most people who play Isaac, so I think I would be the likely choice for Rebirth. But that means facing off against Neonami, who has way more than I do. I have not. I've only ever talked to Turtle Melon and Neonami and Mattman about this, but just send me like a link, put it in general or put it in Isaac chat, and just ping me or DM it to me. Either one works. My DMs on Discord are always open until somebody annoys me and I close them. But I've been getting a lot of friend requests from just like random people on Discord that I feel bad ignoring people, but like I don't want to have a cluttered friends list, because occasionally I'm like, I look through and I'm like, if I want to do a collab, I look through my friends list, and if it's like a bunch of random people who don't do content, I'm like, oh, who is this person? And I spend like 5 minutes trying to figure out who they are. And I'm like, oh wait, they're just like just a viewer, which is fine, but I like to have my friends list, you know, mostly cleaned up. But if we can't find enough players for every team, I was thinking we could do like a bit of a raffle system where, you know, if you share the trailer or whatever, you have a chance to make it onto whatever respective team, you know, as like the underdog pick or whatever. That could be fun. We did that one year. We talked about doing that one year to have a viewer fix our final spot. I think it was actually Banana. I think you got into an accident or something and you couldn't play. It's like, oh, what should we do for our final person? We can just, you know, have a viewer join. But I kind of forget if we did that or not. I'm actually, like, my brain's kind of broken. That was a thing, yeah. I'm glad you're at least all right from that. You know, that's one positive out of whatever happened in there. That was a great DM to receive. That was like, hey guys, I got into a car crash. I can't play Isaac. Like, yeah, don't play Isaac. Don't worry about it. We'll figure something out. Isaac is less important than recovery, I would say. Mostly. I think one time, this was a long time ago, but there was a YouTuber I used to watch who like, whose house burnt down or some shit. Like, hey guys, no videos for a while. My house burnt down. Hope you understand. Like, of course people understand. Your fucking house burnt down, dude. Like, holy shit. Take some time off. Yeah, that sucks. I'll preface with that. I had a girlfriend in high school whose mom got into an accident and her neck was like permanently messed up. She got a lot of money out of a lawsuit, but not the same for everybody, and that is very unfortunate. But I hope eventually it gets better. William Osmond, maybe? That name sounds kind of familiar. It's a lot of cases like that, though, where like a YouTuber will be like, hey, some crazy life-changing event happened. I hope you guys understand, no videos for a while. Like, yeah. You know what happened recently is I watched a TikToker named Chef Reactions. He's a very dry humor chef who's so funny. And recently his mom was put on, like, hospice care. and he wants to take time off to be with her. He's like, I'm sorry, guys, I want to do this. Everyone's like, yeah, of course, like, do that. I mean, most people on the internet are pretty understanding if you have to take a break from whatever you do just to, you know, kind of recuperate and stuff. Hopefully, it never happens to me. But I know most of my viewer base would be like, oh yeah, dude, take time off. No, that's the big thing, is the algorithm is not understanding, and you will lose most of your standing if you take time off, which very much sucks. Yeah. It's the vertebrae. Damn. That really, really sucks. At least you're alive. That's the bare minimum, right? And at least you can hopefully still enjoy some good gaming. I took a month off of the main channel once just because I had no video ideas and I was swamped with IRL stuff. And I came back to my best performing video. Well, what was at the time, my best performing video. So I was like, oh, algorithms make no sense. Took another month off, came back, and had a very bad performing video. So maybe it's not as clean cut as people make it out to be. I think the size of your channel when you take a break definitely matters. Because if you come back after 3 months of no videos and immediately get like 100k views from your 100k subscribers, then yeah, that's going to do pretty well. But if you have like 20k subscribers and you come back, then it's like, it will probably not do super well. Or if your channel gets hacked and you lose all the comments on your old videos for like months and months, it'll be cucked forever. Not from experience, of course. Why would I ever talk bad about Father YouTube? But that was a really shitty time. I remember when I woke up to that hack and I finally got my channel back and I had to manually unlist every single, 1,000 videos I have, and then all my comments were gone for like 3 months and my channel was just like in the dirt. And it still kind of is from that, which is very, very sad. It's strange how YouTube works like that. Beautiful item to get right there. I've stopped trying to understand and game the algorithm. I just see whatever trend looks good and then I copy that. Sometimes it works. Other times, not so much. Oh, I almost got that to work. If you put the bomb like right here, you can hit, maybe it's like more to the right. You can hit all 3 with that. Well, they're Let's Play videos, the thing. Like, they're very easy to pump out. I don't do any crazy editing on this channel. I am going to start branching out more to variety on my main channel because I'm not tired of doing LEGO stuff, but the ship is definitely sailed in terms of like viewership. So that viewership has sailed. The big thing right now is once I move next to my IRL friends, we're going to do more, we're going to do a series called The Binding of Isaac, where we're going to get really high and just play Isaac for this channel, like the Isaac channel. We're going to do more Mario Party, but every minigame is like a different game. We're going to do more of that. So it all kind of comes down to being within location to people. How do I get you? But The Binding of Isaac is going to be a lot of fun. That'll be a good video. Yeah, that was the first one. Kirby wasn't really doing it for me, so I was like, we'll do some Lego stuff, or I want to play this new Lego game and do a fun challenge, and then from there, they're really. I'm not gonna ever stop doing it. I'm always gonna keep doing Lego stuff because I enjoy that franchise a lot. But I think the problem is when there's the lull period between Lego games coming out, and I'm trying to do content on older ones. People just kind of forget that series of games exists. So I have to think of inventive things to do with it. And there's a lot. It's a sandbox game, right? There's a lot you can do with Lego. It's just marketing it, I think, is the issue. Because the fan base for Lego games are people who don't really... The majority are people who more so enjoy, like, ranking videos or top 10 videos. Or they just want the nostalgia, right? And I'm not a big nostalgia person much. I like speedrunning, and there's a very nice community for speedrunning Lego games, a very robust and very effective community. But the wider viewer base isn't so much interested in that as they are just challenges. And answering questions like minimum studs or minimum jumps. And that's more of a general YouTube thing, I think. But I'm trying to do a lot of marketing, not for my channel, but for like Lego speedrunning. Because I think if that community grows, it'll be good for a lot of people that I really like watching, and you know, people that I'm friends with, obviously, but also in a more selfish kind of way, it'll make my channel in the long run also do a bit better, because that'll be a more popular niche. Yeah, Kirby's kind of hard to break into. I think any Nintendo thing is really hard to break into, because it's a very saturated field. Yes, Salt did do a video on Lego Star Wars, and it was amazing, and I was very, very grateful to be a part of that video before Salt DM'd us and said he wanted to do one, because we were working on our own script for one, and I was brought on because it's been in the works for 2 years, that idea of a video, but the people working on it, which were friends of mine, had kind of like lost, the libraries on this floor had lost some kind of interest in doing it. So one of them, the record holder Zach, had DM'd me, and he was like, hey, do you want to help out? And I was going to do voice work on it. I was going to edit, or no, Zach was going to edit it. I was going to do scripting, research, and voice work. And then the second month of me working on it, I'd gotten a pretty good script written out. Justin got it. We super got a DM from Summoning Salt, which we're all like, holy shit, what? And Salt was like, hey, I want to do a video on this game. Keep it under wraps. So nobody but like the core team involved, I didn't know what was going on. I was just told to put the script on hold until Salt made a choice on if he wanted to do it or not. So for that whole 2-month period between that video coming out and me stopping my work, I had no idea it was being made. It was a very cool surprise to see. By the end, I knew it was coming, because I was like, okay, like Zach was being kind of shady about it, and I was like, something's going on right here. He had came into one of Seed streams, and he had been like, you should start running Complete Saga again. It's gonna pop off soon. And I DM'd Zach, and I was like, is Salt gonna make the video? And he was like, I don't think so, no. And I was like, oh, you little liar. You little liar. I know what you're thinking. So I knew it was coming at that point, but it was really cool. Part of me wishes I still would have gotten to make it, because it's like a really cool story, but I'm glad it got the exposure it did, because it would not have done that well on my channel. It would have done well, but it wouldn't have done, 2.5 million views well. So I think it's cool. No, I'm not in the video, unfortunately. I was hoping for like a research credit, like a small one. I didn't do much though, so I don't really think I would have warranted that at all. But it just would have been cool to see my name in a Summoning Salt video, I guess. But no, great video. I didn't really much enjoy Salt's Mario Bros 3 video that much. It kind of, the problem is like the longer they take to make the speedrun histories, the more filler there is to talk about, and that kind of messes up the pacing of those videos. I'm working on one for Lego Harry Potter right now, and I'm taking a new approach to it, because I think the Salt format is becoming a bit outdated, because there's just so much history nowadays to go through. The longer you wait to make a video, the more records get set, the more glitches get found, the longer the video becomes, and the less watchable I think it becomes. When a video hits like 2 hours in length, I mean, you're losing some people through that. So I think I'm going to start focusing more on like the glitch hunting aspect than the full runs being done, because I think it gets a bit boring to hear like, this person set this time by doing this, and then showing every single new thing they found. I think just focusing on big discoveries and then saying, because of this big discovery, which I just explained, because people like hearing about glitches and things like that, this person set this time. For example, when there was a big boss fight skip found in Harry Potter back in like 2020, which skipped the Draco Malfoy boss fight in like year 4. Instead of going through the run that first used that, I explained how it was like, how the glitch works, how it was applied in the future, and why it allowed this person to get X amount of time. It's a much more digestible format, I would say, instead of me listing off like the times and the dates and all that. But it's hard to do that, because I'm not used to making that kind of style, so it's taking a long time to make. Plus, I've got like a bunch of other bigger stuff I've been working on in the background, just taking my attention away from it. But yeah, I mean, the sad thing is he has to. Like, as someone who's been in that position of making a couple videos like that, if you don't explain why somebody does something, you may have to come back and explain that later on. Like, if that 15.7 frames saved allowed him to do a different thing in the future, you might as well explain how those frames were saved as they come. And it sucks. It's like, it's not really that interesting, but it's integral. And it makes the slower stuff, it takes forever to get through. And I want to cover every small thing. And I feel bad when I don't, but also it's not feasible. Because like, the goal of those videos, at least in my eyes, is to get new people into speedrunning. Is to have somebody watch that video and think, man, that game looks really cool I haven't found my item room yet, really. That game looks really cool to speedrun. I want to pick it up. The problem is, if they watch a video that only covers like the big stuff, they get demotivated from running the game in the future. It's just sad. Like, I want to make sure people know what they're getting themselves into and just how much goes into the run. With Lego Batman, I did a pretty poor job on that video. It was my first time doing that format. I should have reached out to the community more, I think, about it, because I only really talked to one runner. But there's so much more about that game that I haven't even touched on that I should. Oh, it's above the secret room. This is going to be a long-ass run. There was much more I should have done in that video, but that video actually came about because I DM'd Justin and I was like, hey, are you interested in doing a world record history of Star Wars? And I had actually DM'd him a couple years ago about that. Like, years and years ago, I was like, hey, I'm looking to branch out from the Binding of Isaac, and I have a lot of nostalgia for Lego Star Wars. Would you care to do a... What am I doing? I'm trying to just bomb into the room. Would you care to help me on a world record history video? And he was like, hey, we're already working on one. And I was like, oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it. And then 2 years later, a year later, sorry, I DM'd him again and I was like, hey, are you guys still working on that video? Because I want to do something similar. And he was like, yeah, we're still working on it. But it was like kind of at a standstill. And then finally, like 3 or 4 months after that, that's when Zach DM'd me about helping on the project. So that was interesting. The research part does suck. I've started just to, instead of like doing it by myself, I just DM the top runners and I make a server and we like go back through Discord messages, because what I did for the Batman video, I went through every single individual record on 2x speed and made notes of every new thing. And then I crossed that with the glitch hunting channel in Discord. I was like, okay, when was that thing found? What the hell was that? Yeah, it takes forever. And with this Harry Potter one, part of the reason I want to do the glitch aspect is because I do not want to sit through, because those runs are long. The first run is like 4 hours long of Harry Potter, and I watched the entire thing, and nothing happened in that run besides just very fast casual playing. So I really wanted to kind of not have to sit through every VOD. And luckily for me, the runners of that game, especially Captain Paxo and Seed and T-Fresh, have been super, and Frostillo as well, have been super helpful in, they made a document for me that had every important event in the game's history. I still have to go through and watch when stuff was first implemented, but it's much, much more concise that way. And I think it's going to be a good video. I want to do some live action stuff in that video. I want to do like, I'm buying a camera for like $300 because I want to have shots of me. Like, I want to do it so it's not always just the game being shown, because I think at a certain point, if you're only showing the game, people also get bored of just seeing the same stuff. So this is my kind of semi-creative workaround. I'm going to use my green screen, but I'm not going to use the full thing. I'm going to fold it into a rectangle, the same ratio size as a video. I'm going to put it behind me as like a small rectangle, and I'm going to talk about the run and have what I'm talking about being shown on that green screen in the background when it's not important that people see the game, and they just need to like know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't want to have to do a slow mode clip of someone jumping over a gap when I could have that clip in the background and be more engaging on the camera, with it just playing behind me for reference. I think that would be cool. No, not like that. I'm going to be like in a room. You're going to see my room, and only a portion of my room is going to be the video, like a small rectangle of it. Like, if I had a computer screen behind me playing the clip, it'd be the same kind of deal. If I had my monitor behind me right now, and it was like maybe a fifth of the size of the screen, you know, playing. That's what I want to do. I don't really know if it's going to work in practice or not. I hope it'll work in practice. I can always just put, again, like a computer monitor behind me instead of having it be a green screen, but I'd have to sync everything up in that regard. So I will probably not be doing it like that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I love it. That's the idea. It's a lot to go through, though. Yeah, it's pretty, it's not taxing. It gets boring. Like, I can only watch, like, an hour of those kind of runs before I go, like, start skipping 5 seconds ahead every little bit, you know, because a lot of those runs are also cutscenes. We aren't in the era of them using cutscene skipping yet. So half of every LEGO run is cutscenes. Over half the game is usually cutscenes, and it's nice when you're actually running the game because you get a small break between stuff. But watching it back, it's like, it gets pretty annoying to see. So once they found the cutscene skipping code, though, it's going to become a lot easier to get through. And obviously, the runs get faster as you go through. So, you know, time gets taken away, becomes quicker to watch. There is like an add-on you can use to make YouTube videos go at like 5 times speed, but I think at that point I'd be missing stuff being used. So I don't really want to use that. I'm a traditional 2 times speeder on YouTube. Oh, you asshole. Okay. There we go. This run's going very well. I haven't really been talking about it at all, but it's going pretty well. Polyphemus is the opposite of the soy milk run we had last, which went terribly. So it's nice having Book of Belial do the thing. Do it. Oh, I didn't get him stun locked again. That's unfortunate. We had 6 brimstone beams in a row last run. That was very good. That one was not so good. Pretty fly, death, and emperor. All right, keep on going down here. We're doing all right. I'm out of water though. I'll have to go get some when this run is over. But yeah, it's fun. I want to break out of it. I want to do more in general. I just like covering niche topics. Like I used to think I was like, oh, I want to just do speedrun stuff, but I think I realized it's more like really niche stuff I want to cover. So I'm going to be doing a video next week about an all bananas LEGO speedrun, which is standard for my channel. But I think after that, I want to do a video on this Indiana Jones game I've been playing and call it like the Forgotten Indiana Jones video game. Because this game's kind of fire, man. Maybe it'll inspire a remake to be made at some point in the future. I don't care about Glowing Hourglass. I don't want to have a run like that right now. I'm actually falling in love with the game, though, Green Puff. Those comments on Steam were right. Once you do get past the really shitty controls, it is a really charming game. I get nostalgia for it. I haven't even played it before. That's how crazy it is. The environments are so pretty. I don't know. Like, I kind of miss the age of licensed, somewhat shitty movie games, if that makes sense. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine is what we're talking about. I'm just going to skip the item room. You know what? I'm going to make every YouTube comment pissed off. Because you know what's in there? It's Chaos and it's going to be Sacred Heart in the next deal. That's why I'm skipping it. Oh, Red Fly does so much damage. I can touch Mom's foot. Wait, can I touch Mom's foot yet? Or does it harm me? We're going to figure this out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're cool. Beautiful. Yes, even trade, and we leave. I'm going to pop the Emperor card right now, because we only go to Mom's Heart. So I don't want to save it for like a future floor. Not you again. You have to go. I will Blackheart bomb my way through you. I don't want to fight you ever again. Why are you like this? The Halo. Awesome. Arky's an afterbirth. It's why the R is an afterbirth. It's After Birth. That's what it's actually called in the game files. Ah! Whatever. I don't care. Strength. That's going to make every fight in the future take 2 seconds. Wow. That was my fault entirely, but that was just an interesting little conversion to have happen there. I hate Daddy Longlegs. Actually, just a terrible designed boss. Random. You get hit with RNG. His feet come down with no shadow until the very next like second. You have no time to react. You're supposed to pause buffer that boss, and I refuse to cave. I will just take the hits and move on. Is this a room in the game? I've never seen this before. What? I've never seen this room before. I'm playing vanilla Afterbirth. That's crazy. They must have removed that. Wow. I've never seen that before. That was a weird feeling to have. Oh my god, that's a new thing in Isaac. You don't get that feeling every day. Don't care. I gotta get back in the habit of using orbitals because they're really, really good in this version of the game. But I'm taking more damage than it's worth. Scripted, by the way. Okay. Sure. I love Tammy's head. Goodbye. Wow. Great. Big skulls? Wait, what? Like the rock? That's a mod, I think. Because there's a mod that adds like big versions of mushrooms and skulls. You might have gotten hit with a classic Slay XC2 clickbait. No offense to Slay. I love that, man. It's a cool mod, though. It is, yeah. It is. Unfortunately, I stopped playing modded Isaac when that came out. Or I was going away from it, so... Wow, I'm bad. I'm trash. Big poops are a thing, though, yeah. Alright, I was going to pop the strength card here, I guess. Look at how big our tiers are. Holy. Hello. Of course. My bad, though. Oh, we're going to Satan. Let's go. This is our final Satan kill to unlock the Darkroom path. Alright. Cool. I should have saved my strength card, huh? I have no idea what my HP is. I don't think we lose this run, though, either way. Because the Satan fight is pretty easy. There's a gnat flying around my head right now. Very annoying. I've never met Henry, yeah. I've seen the big poop quite a few times, but never seen Henry. I've seen the golden horse pill twice. Once, there's a very popular clip on TikTok of me and Emrose playing Isaac where I went into a cursed room. There was a golden horse pill. She popped it, and it brought us to a secret room that had a rock bottom in it. That is the rarest thing that can ever happen to you, I think, in this game. And that was before the rock bottom slight nerfs. That was like busted rock bottom. It's always been busted, but you know what I'm saying. That was a crazy moment. And of course, every comment's like, actually, Henry is the rarest thing in Isaac, not this. Like, okay. People have seen Henry before. Nobody's seen this before, so what? There was like a slight nerf to it a while ago, yeah. It wasn't big, though. A lot of things got nerfed. Like, very slightly. Wow. Guys got shooters. Oh my god, that tier almost got me from like miles and miles away. I forgot how it got nerfed. I stopped listening to patch notes, but I think it was some background scaling thing. I don't remember. Okay. Forgot giant enemies exist in this game. There we go. Oh, he just took it like a champ right there, huh? You stopped. You do that? Is it allowed? Okay, let's find our super secret room real quick. That's pretty poggers. I can't think of my luckiest moment in this game. I've had a lot of like moments that are like, that should not have happened. I guess like the entirety of the 30 character run was pretty lucky. A lot had to fall into place for that one to work in the beginning. Once you get like halfway through it, it's just a matter of grinding, but still. I do want to find this. I think my HP is like 3 or 4 hearts. There we go. I'm not going to clear any more rooms because Shoal is a hard floor. So we're just going to go, I think, fight the boss, and that'll be it. Goodbye. Well, wish me luck. Jesus Christ, dude. Holy shit. Jesus. Homing bombs, I love you. Oh, that was a leech. There's no leeches? Where are my leeches at, dude? I want to know my HP so badly. Okay. Whew. Not going to Dark Room. We unlock the Razor. Very epic. The Negative. Cool.